Hello and welcome to HRL TRS Season 6, Week number 6 here. Crossing the halfway point of the season, but still quite a few nights of racing to go. This track, we're going to do a quick run through of this one as quick as I possibly can, because this one is pretty complex. See what I did there? See what I did there? I'll get a laugh from Ramda at least. Anyways, go through the drivers quick, and I'll do a quick run through the track. So Turkey's in his cheese spot over here as always. And then we got Soul, Ramda, Luke, Real Deal, Roman, Real Deal, and Detail. And then we're going to do a quick run through the track. So obviously, they're at the gate. That's where you start. Rip down through here. Watch out for those jersey barriers. Finish line right there at the white light. And then this part can get a little confusing. You go straight through the middle here, around the tree. And then you keep going around the rock here. And then you rip through. So then you're ripping through here. Going full speed. We get it. So that's our first collision. You go around here, back into this direction. That's the second collision. There's a lot of collisions on this track. Now this is where the track gets interesting, and I'll try to do this pretty quickly. I'm not going to go through all of them. I did a track preview video on this. If you want to see all the lines possible, if we don't see them throughout the race, I'm sure we'll see quite a few of them at least. There are a lot of ways to get through this part of the track. So you can go through that tunnel there and take the sandbag line there. You can do a little bit of like a hairpin here, cut back into this way. You can cut through here, but instead of doing the hairpin, you can go all the way to this door. And you can also do the same lines through the building, but instead of going that way, you can enter through this little door here. It's a little risky, but could be pretty cheesy. It is an option, one that we probably won't see many people go for. Or you can just keep ripping, keep your momentum, go up here, go all the way around, and then you're coming up here and you get a nice little jump back into the track there. So lots of way. And then also after you get through here, it is slower, but in case you want to like mix things up, or in case like people get packed up, or just some weird situation where you want to do it, you can also cut through here and come through this way. I think the incentive for it is that if you're taking like the sandbag line over here or the hairpin line over here, you can cut through this way, and you can kind of like collision people that come out of this doorway. So if you know that somebody's running this doorway line and you just want to specifically cheese them, you can do this, and you can kind of create like a collision, like another like mini collision right there. So that's kind of something that could happen. It probably won't. All right, so going through here, cutting around the cave. Try not to make the intro too long, but I mean, this track's pretty cheese. Cutting through here, there's another collision zone here, going around here, round town, ripping down into here. Grass berm coming up through here. Go up through this hill where Turkey is. Go back down the hill. Boom. There you go. You did a lap on Scramda TRS. That is the track title. We're doing 16 laps on this one. I don't know why there's two sticky debts. I don't know. So for some reason there's two sticky debts. And also I'm pretty sure somebody else said too. I heard a sticky debt behind me. And there we go, green flag. Yeah, what is going on with that sticky det? That is so weird. Detail going with an alt line. Oh, the landing almost working out there for the start of this race. A few drivers getting stuck. Roman took a different line at the start. He had to go around another time to get the checkpoint on that one. Probably not necessary, but that's what he decided to do. So cheesy start for multiple drivers here. Real Deal getting into the barriers there. And yeah, already multiple drivers having issues on this first lap. Now this is what I'm looking forward to. Let's see some, okay, Turkey. Let's see some alt line cheese. Here we go. Armada and Luke going for the sandbags. Looks like Real Deal and Detail going for the jump, coming into the track, and actually not too bad. Oh, almost some, oh, there we go. See that little collision right there with Soul. That is unfortunate, but that was a nice little collision to start things off here. Collisions on this track are pretty brutal. And it is a bit of a longer track too. I think this one kind of falls into the deceptively long category of tracks. Like, it doesn't feel like it's that long, and then you start running laps on it, and you're like, okay, we've only done 3 laps. Oh, that's a big one right there. That's it's hard to tell. Turkey and Detail on that one, yeah. Roman and Turkey kind of have like similar colors now, but can still tell the difference. So Armada and Luke have a nice 1-2. At this point, and then we got a pretty good battle. Real Deal getting cheesed right there with Soul. Turkey having issues just hitting rocks. Don't know what he's doing with that. And yeah, we have some drivers. Detail and Turkey, it looks like they're going for that jump line. Looks like Luke and Ramda are opting for the sandbag so far. Soul tried something with the building The first lap, oh man, landing on top of another driver there. So yeah, not too many people going for, that was close. Not too many people going for like the inside the building lines yet, which is interesting because I have a feeling, I think it was kind of hard to tell when Ramda and I were testing it because all the lines, okay, let's watch this one. I think this is a pretty big collision here. All the lines looked pretty close, but low-key, I think that those lines on the inside of the building might be faster. They're just a little bit harder. Big collision here. Wow, that was mid-air, too. That one was actually kind of sick. Thumbnail potential? Thoughts? That one was actually pretty sick. So Detail and Luke getting collected in that one. And Luke's going to lose a lot of time. Detail's going to lose a lot of time. Armada is going to gain a ton of time. He's going to get a pretty nice gap from them. So that's a big moment in the race right there for Armada. He's hitting the gap. He's hitting the gap right now. He's doing a good job getting out in front. So, and, you know, that's how a lot of these races go for Armada, is these good starts and then kind of cheeses later on. So we'll see if he can hold onto it in this one. Turkey cheesing the jump line right there. Oh, Detail cheeses it as well. And, yeah, I think some of these drivers, oh, another flip too. I think some of these drivers are realizing pretty quickly, so we had another collision there, that jump line is... It can be useful. Like, if you get a good run on it, you can get the inside on the cave on, like, somebody you're battling with. And that, wow, Ramda is so far ahead. That can be pretty useful, but it is hard to do. Man, Soul just cannot keep his goose on four wheels right now. Oh, that was going to say Detail had a lot of them too, but was able to save that one there. That was pretty close, though. And this is the battle. Yeah, this is the podium battle here. This is the podium battle. So podium battle right now. Detail trying to chase down Turkey, and let's see what he can do. Soul, okay, close, but gonna be fine there. And right here, Detail finally makes the decision, gonna switch it up, go for a different type of line. Looks like he's gonna go for the hairpin chicane type of line there. It's a little bit of a combo of both, and as you can see, right there, it worked out for him. He was behind Turkey. To be fair, though, Turkey did land the jump pretty poorly right there. That definitely wasn't his best landing. But if you're able to run that hairpin line consistently, you won't have to worry about the jump, you know, maybe getting like inconsistent landing there. So that is a reason to go for that line. Maybe that's why Detail's switching it up here, giving it a different shot. Turkey, on the other hand, I think he'll send the jump every single lap. This is something that I predicted. Ramda can back me up on this. I was saying it's unfortunate that Slaunch wasn't here, because I was saying that Turkey and Slaunch guaranteed. I was trying to predict who would run what line, and I was saying that Turkey and Slaunch would run this jump line every single lap. And so far for Turkey, it's true. And I think if Slaunch were here, I guarantee you he would have done the same thing. I was thinking Ramda go for the sandbag. I was thinking Detail would go for like one of the building lines, either one. Yeah, so ended up working out on those. Real Dill, I'm not really too sure about. That was a big collision there between Real Dill and Turkey, though, costing both of them quite a bit of time. That being said, Real Dill, or Turkey actually is having a pretty good fourth place run right now. Real Dill is the driver in fifth, trying to track him down. Looks like Soul's in. I think Roman is actually in last right now. So let's low light Roman right here. Take a look at his run in last place, see what's going wrong for him. I can tell you one thing right now, the uwu in the service tag, that is definitely one thing that he's got going wrong for him. Not sure if it affects the goose pace or not, but I imagine that it does. Could be wrong, but I don't know. Something to look into there for Roman. But trying to work this spot on Soul here. Maybe a little bit of an inside look. Maybe a lot of an inside look, and makes contact with the jersey barrier. So he's going to have to try to get that one back. Go on board. Whoa. Okay, Turkey, yeah, a little too hard on that one again, bud. Let's highlight Ramda for a second. So Ramda, again, so far, having a really good run. And this has been, I've said it a lot of times, this has been the story with Ramda's races, is a lot of the time he'll get these good starts, but these good start races are never the ones that he ends up winning. Usually when he gets a good start, it seems like it's a bad sign almost. He needs like a mid-pack or a bad start, and then he'll finish pretty decent. Shout out Deech, by the way. Anyways, so that's what I notice with his races, is that's kind of how it goes a lot of the time. But that being said, this is, whoa, that was close. This is a pretty massive gap. I would say this is probably the biggest. It's getting really close. It's getting really dicey. I would say that this is probably the biggest, or at least like one of the biggest gaps that he's had on one of his good starts. So that is something to keep in mind. While he has gotten good starts in the past, I don't know if any of them have been this good. Like, this one's ridiculously good. So maybe that'll help him out a little bit. You know, obviously having more of a gap is never a bad thing. So, and we're only, right now, we're a lap short of hitting the halfway point. That being said, Luke has been pretty close with Ramda. Okay, not too close with Detail yet, but he is pretty close with Armada in the collision. So I'm kind of interested in watching their POVs here and seeing if they make contact, because they're getting pretty close on these. They're getting pretty close, but no contact yet. These back half of the track. Ooh, that swerve. That was pretty close. All right, Luke's in the dicey spot right here where you're in collision zone of the guy behind you and the guy in front of you. So this is getting pretty intense on some of these runs through the collisions. Might have to use some brakes, might have to use, or drift I should say, might have to use some swerve tactics too. Or go for him. Go for him. If you make a good collision with Detail, you help out your chances of finishing in front of him. If you hit one with Ramda, maybe you can catch up a little bit. So it's an interesting spot to be in. So close on some of these, but just can't quite get the hit yet. But yeah, switching it up here as well, going for the jump line this time around, deciding that, you know, the gaps are pretty big, middle point of the race. Why not switch it up a little bit, try something different, see if it works out at all, see if it helps out with some time gained. These with Detail in that section are so close right now. A little mistake right there. Although it is interesting, depending on how the times were going with the two drivers, that mistake might put the collision more in play or more out of play. It kind of depends. Might help out the collision, might not. Rough runs though for Luke there, so I don't think that's going to help too much. That being said, I do think there are gains going on in the top three. I do think Detail is gaining on second a bit, and I do think Luke is gaining on Armada a bit too, is kind of what it looks like with the way these collisions are going. So if that continues, we are in the back half of the race. If that continues, it could make things interesting. Turkey is absolutely checked out with his fourth place right now. That's real deal there. Soul, I think Soul's actually still in front of Roman. So Soul's doing a good job holding on to that place so far. A little rock contact for Detail. And something must have happened to Armada here because it appears that Luke and Detail made up a ton of time on Armada here. So he must have cheesed something, because this gap definitely got a lot closer than it was last lap. Yeah, we can actually see him going through the finish line. Like right here where Luke was, right there between the tree, Ramda was like going into the next section, like already around the rock, which was obviously not the case, not even close to the case this time by. So yeah, that Ramda must have made a mistake. Definitely costed him some time right there. And interestingly enough, it looks like he may be close to collision zone with Detail now, potentially. And Luke's switching it up here again, going for a different line. We haven't seen too many. I don't know if we've seen anybody go for it yet, to be honest. But going for that door line now. So late in the race, he's going to bring out that door line, see if he can make it work, see if anything interesting can happen there. Detail seems pretty committed with the hairpin line, and Ramda has been sticking with the sandbag the entire race. And that is something I like to see. This is what I was hoping for with this track, is a podium of drivers. Well, top four, because I'm pretty sure Turkey's running the jump. A top set of drivers that are running the different lines through that section. That's what you hope for with stuff like that in these maps, and I'm really glad that it is working out like that. But we do have a hot lead battle going on here. The gap has been closed. The pack is back. Luke is right on Armada's bumper. Let's see if he can find an opening here. It's getting pretty close for the lead, and it might get interesting when they go for the different lines here. But Luke does cheese it a little bit that time, so I think Armada will get it on this exit. And yeah, if he didn't cheese it, that would have been really close. Although, honestly, whoa, that was close too. Might have just ended up eating the rock. So maybe cheesing it ended up being a good thing, because that's kind of what it looks like what would have happened right there if Luke ran it clean. But Detail is also making up time as well, running that hairpin option. Yeah, it's looking like we could have four laps to go, last quarter of the race, and it's looking like we could have a three-way lead battle between Ramda, Luke, and Detail. Definitely a throwback H4, big H4 podium throwback here on this battle, but we'll see how it goes this time around in 2020, and it's going to be real interesting with these guys all taking different options. It's going to be a nice shot here. because we're going to see it from Detail's POV, all the different lines. Ah, love that. Love that. Really glad that the track's been working out like that. I was scared that everybody would fall into one line. The rock cheese, and the lead battle, and Ramda not giving the room, not letting it happen like that. So Luke's gonna have to go for some sort of other way around to try to pass him, maybe some type of Goomba Stomp or a block pass, something like that. So Detail was pretty close in the lead, but that last one definitely hurt him a bit. So we'll have to see if he can catch back up. Oh, maybe in collision range too. That could spice things up as well. But yeah, the rock cheeses are just proven too strong for him at the moment. Yeah, not much to do about that. It's going to be hard to take the win when you're hitting the rocks multiple times. We're going to see another run here. Ramda still going for the sandbag. Luke cleaner run through the door line that time. But honestly, that was pretty even. I don't know. Like, that was pretty close on that one. I don't think it was a big difference either way. Ramda might have gained, honestly. I think he had a pretty good run that time, but it's pretty close. But again, I'm really glad that it worked out like this. I always worry when I do tracks like this with TRS or sections like this on my TRS tracks. I'm like, dude, put all this work into these cool different ways to take the track. Everybody's just gonna, you know, follow into one line. I'm really glad that that's not how it worked out on this one. 2 laps to go, and it has happened. Detail must have had a nice run that time by, and he has made up this gap quite a bit, so could have a chance at stealing it here, potentially, but there's not that much time left. It's going to be hard, too, because him and Luke's lines kind of collide. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Tough. Another just slight cheese right there. It's going to cost him a lot of time. Probably going to need Luke and Armada cheesing each other. Going to need some help from that at this point for him to get another shot at the lead. But we're getting pretty close here to the white flag. We'll see if Luke has anything for Armada here. As we're getting down to it. White flag, last lap. Can Armada hold on for his second moto win of the season? And he will be the 4th driver to join that 2 moto win club. And Luke making that contact right there will help. Ramda might have a good shot at it here. Yeah, Real Deal was the 3rd driver. Detail, Luke, and Real Deal with multiple moto wins in the season. Armada could become the 4th. Probably not the favorite for a lot of people on doing so, but he doesn't care about that, and he's looking to do it right here. And only a few more sections to go. Unless something crazy happens, like some type of mistake or something with the collisions, he's looking pretty good right now. Gotta get through this roundabout one more time. Get through that bottom section another time. This hill can be cheesy. And Luke's pretty close, but I don't think it's going to be close enough. Armada's going to do it. There it is. 2nd moto win for him on the season. Luke will take 2nd, Detail 3rd, and they're going to find a way to line up off the side of the track. And yeah, the gaps, those guys were pretty close. I'm glad that we had another good battle in one of these races. Good podium battle right there. That being said, the rest of the pack, they were a little bit further off. So here we go. Turkey will take 4th. Real Deal 5th on this one. And then we're going to be waiting on 6th and 7th here, which was Soul and Roman. We'll have to see how that one ends up. And it looks like in the end, Roman is able to take it, and Soul will be coming up in 7th. Oh, nice. I respect the rock. I should have done that. I respect the rock last lap. But good race, Scramda. That's kind of funny. Taking the win on his home track. Luke and Detail running at the podium. Good race there. See you guys in the next one.